Yes. He also had the most luxurious locks of any Luthor ever. Really very, I mean, swing that around. That was beautiful.
Very low bar, and they were all bald.
This is great. I've never been to Comic-Con, I just realized. You guys are awesome. We have a lot of energy. I like it. Lois Lane. I wanted to be Lois Lane since I was 5 years old, so here we go. And I watched, I think it was Superman 2 on repeat over and over and over. But when the opportunity rose, of course I was nervous. I wanted to, you know, make you guys all happy with Lois. But at the same time, I was just willing and open to sort of bring a very modern take on her and just sort of embrace again this really strong woman, and it's this wonderful thing that women have where we have this emotional intelligence and vulnerability along with strength that I thought was really beautiful that Zach lets me bring to Lois.
For me, well, obviously, especially Christopher Reeve did such a fantastic job. It was dangerous for me to go anywhere near that, so I left that to its own thing, and then just with Zach on Man of Steel, built the character as much as I could, drawing from the canon, and I've just tried to follow that and stay true to the character that we ran with in Man of Steel.
I think if I thought too hard about the actors who played this part before, I couldn't have taken the job. I mean, Tim Burton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, the great Christian Bale. And I talked to Zach about it. I was like, "Are you sure?" You know, and he said, "I have this vision. I have this idea for the guy, and you're perfect for it." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "At the end of his rope, he's older. He's like a burnout." Appreciate that. But it's true. Thank you. Thanks, Mom. The truth was that he took me through the process of creating this character that I almost didn't see. And at the end of it, I was like even sort of astonished to look at it and go, "That's exactly what you pitched me," and I wasn't even sure I was doing it. I had this really weird experience where before we started the movie, I was getting my kid a Halloween costume, and my son is really into Batman, and wisely, and we went to a store, a costume store in Los Angeles, and it was pretty empty, and I was in the aisle, and I hear this, "Oi!" And I turn around, and it's Christian Bale, who's the sweetest guy in the world. And there he and I are standing in the Batman comic, Batman costume room. And I said, "Look, man, you know, you're the best. Like, what do you think? You got any tips?" And, "Make sure you can piss in that suit."
Yeah, we put a zipper on it.
Did you?
Actually, I think, Henry, we put a zipper on your suit retroactively, didn't we?
This time.
Yeah, this time. Yeah. Yeah, we don't think of these things. I think it'll be fine. I mean, how long is he going to be in it? It's not going to be that long.
Yeah, like 50 hours.
Oh, and also, let me just say, Holly has an original part in the film, and I've been such a giant fan of Holly's forever. When we were writing the script, I was like, okay, we need to find a part. We need to write a part for Holly Hunter to play in this movie. I don't care what it is. But it turns out that it's in a super important part, so that's good. But she's amazing. So.
I'm gonna be a dick. Because you know the title begs a very specific question, right?
Which part of the title?
The Batman v Superman part of the title.
Very good.
And you know you've heard this a million times since you started developing this film, and you'll hear it a million times after. Who would win a fight between Batman and Superman? Now I'm not going to ask that question because I think we know.
It's good because I made a whole movie about it.
Yeah, it's good. So we can just answer it today, and then because again, essential to this conflict is an immortal man, a god, as you articulated in the film, versus a human being, which begs a lot of other questions about kind of, us embracing our own humanity and what that means. However, this Batman seems to be Mecha Batman.